It was sad. I went over and talked to Dad this morning about the video I made and stuff. And we talked about other things, about people going through hell from cancer because of all this insidious bullshit and people not living the Lord's Prayer, which could save us all from a lot of insidious bullshit. Well, I talked. He just more kind of sit there and looked at me and then kept reading his books. And he told me about all these books he's read, his big stack of books he reads. And he tells me about how wrong they all are, right? And how off these people are. These are religious authors, right? And he wrote a book, and his book is right. And they wrote books, and theirs is wrong. And he goes through this big stack of books, and he takes a highlighter, and he highlights where they're wrong, and then he explains why they're wrong. That's what he does. And I'm like, God damn, could you imagine? Okay. Penny's papers. You ever see that one when Penny takes the history class about slavery and stuff at the junior college? And Leonard reads her paper and it's wrong. And then he corrects it. And then she gets mad at him. And then she gets Bernadette and Amy to get her a paper that gets a B minus, because she wants to make Leonard look bad, because she wanted Leonard, because Leonard was right. She was going to get a D or an F, right? Like Professor Hendricks did with me, right? And, and so, it's funny. I know, it's very funny. I know when someone can explain to you abuse and other things better than you can explain it to yourself, and then you give him an F because you didn't like the way he expressed something because he's been through worse prejudice than you, and you're a black woman and he's a white man, and you think you got the market cornered on prejudice. It's, wow, yeah. And David Rockefeller is video recording it all, right? Isn't it ironic? And then I really do think, right? And so you get these people, okay, that are giving outlandish tales of insanity. Imagine being Jesus Christ and being the spirit of Abraham, Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John, that's like Abraham and Moses and stuff, and teaching all these people, no, you can't declare an idiot through a popularity contest to God, the essence of life. That's insane, right? And then they say, well, you better say it, because if you don't say it, they'll come and make us all give rocks with pictures of his face on it for things we need to live. And if we don't have those rocks with pictures of face on it, and then we destroy them, screw up our ecosystem, right? Do you see what I'm saying? And so when you have a man like me, who's like King David, Jesus Christ, you have a bunch of people that read comic books and have Michael Youssef on TV, and they tell you that God is watching and God is waiting for the right time to come and stop the Holocaust and the mass rape of little girls and boys all through the world and human trafficking. So Mark Wahlberg and Jim Caviezel and Mel Gibson can make lots of money, buy ridiculously stupid houses, and have sex with very stupid women because they are getting DNA from these ridiculously stupid men who believe Jesus is their God in their head, right? And I need more money. Buy my book. So my dad can sit there and use a highlighter and outline it and correct it like he's Leonard's mother, right? Because that's what we're supposed to do. That's what Isaac Newton does. That's what Sigmund Freud does. I'm right, you're wrong, and I will prove it to you, because I'll get other people that capitulate to agree with me. Oh, hail to Hitler of you. And then they sit there and they keep bombarding people with technology to manipulate them with money to feel powerful. And then they say, there's something wrong with your dad. He's crazy. Yeah, he's surrounded by crazy people that are abusing him, and he feels he has to capitulate in order to survive. It's not hard. 2020, Dateline. See how important that is? See how convenient that is, right? Do you understand? Elementary, my dear, 2 times 2 is 4. Right? One of my favorites is I got a friend named Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla. Okay. He has a surname, so I was Andrea Armadillo. You're right. It's funny. No, he's Andrea Armadillo. His sister's name is something similar to Sarsaparilla. I can't remember. And then we have it, and they have us. And do you like that one? Is that pronouns? I like that one. Those are funny. They're pronouns. Whoosh. We say they have us and we have them, instead of elusive. Say has rhinoceros and a hippopotamus in it. You know what I'm saying? You want one for Christmas, right? Oh, fuck, I'm tired. It's exhausting. A bunch of crazy people sitting there going, hey, Earl doesn't exist. Earl doesn't go away. Stop bugging me with the Lord's Prayer. No, Lopez. You and Will Ferrell in trouble. Well, I'm coming back tonight. I don't care what Meta tries to do for you. It's the Lord's Prayer, nothing at all. It's all or nothing at all. Blake Griffin, you're funny, but I'm the Lord's praying you out of your wayfare, mister. And Claire Clarkson, all of you. Oh, I'm coming for you. And when technology says, Lord's Prayer, whoosh. Yeah, you drive me crazy. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills till I'm living the Lord's Prayer. No, you are taking crazy pills until you live the Lord's Prayer. Here, take this. Make your brain feel better. You'll have better memory. Why would I want to remember any of this shit? We weren't living the Lord's Prayer. There you go! Right? Oh, is that your answer to everything? Pretty much. Well, me and that one young man, you cannot have any scientific validity if you are engaging in linguistic abuse and fallacy, right? If you're not living the Lord's Prayer, all your science is completely moot. Well, this science project's going to fix that. Well, if you live the Lord's Prayer, wouldn't that fix that? Right. And then we wouldn't have to make my science project. And we wouldn't have to use this petroleum project with this thing, with the satellite, oh, damn, I don't feel powerful anymore. And I'm not going to be able to have a virtual presence into someone's house sexually that I wouldn't have sexual. Yeah, we wise men say, only fools rush in. How Sliver of you. How Baldwin brother of you. Blame Canada. Why do all the Canadians have Pez heads? Does that bother any of the rest of you? Okay. It bothers me. Yeah, Pez does. That cartoon, those people from South Park, they have psychological problems like that are Seth MacFarlane, Brian Stewie. They're like, I don't even want to sit on the couch and listen to your ass fucking talk, motherfucker. I just, forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal faithful peace, and then you just work it out in your own little fucked up head. All right. Is that an alien? Does he live in your basement or your attic? I'm not sure. Okay, you know what a fucking psychotic home invasion pervert you are because you're rich and famous because of psychotic home invasion perverts. How Spencer J. Kimball love you. Okay. How Pope John Paul love you. Okay. How David Rockefeller and Philip Rothschild love you, right? So you're rich and famous and you're a sex icon. You know why you're rich and famous and sex icon? Because you're a business partner with Philip Rothschild and David Rockefeller. They'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and your Jesus die, Parsons. I don't think they're glad to do it. I think they're scared as shit. Oh, one of these days, all my fame is going to go away and I'm going to be like everybody else. No, you're not going to be like everybody else. You remember, it was the person that head fucked Parsons and tried to get him to depress himself to death because he felt like all the people being mass murdered by your business partners, that there was no hope that we were ever going to live the Lord's Prayer and we were all just going to die meaningless, abused, fucked up lives. There's an apartment over by the airport in Humble, Texas. My hero zero. Such a funny little hero. Before he came along, we counted on our fingers and toes. We could never reach a star. What about Interplanet Janet? She can't see every planet. Life is eternal. Grace is infinite. Pascalian of you. Right. Just don't try to be great. And if you can skate a figure eight, it's never going to be perfect. And Stephen Hawking will never declare it perfect. And he'll say, your name and a black hole, what do you have in common? You both suck, right? That's his ego that sucks. He has an ego problem. Yeah, it's cool. He has an ego problem. It's okay. Yeah. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one of them. He has an ego problem. The other 99 problems are his ego. The woman he thinks he's, that's under his thumb, she owns him. She makes more money than he does. Okay. So Jay-Z gonna walk up to his wife. I ain't afraid of you, massa. Okay, Sally Hemings. You'd think you'd be hotter. Okay. You're just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. When two people get together in matrimony and have a child, everything that you do that goes against the Lord's Prayer is going to affect the beauty of that child. And when that child talks to me in prayer, and you don't listen to that prayer and reciprocate, I'm going to kick your ass until you honor the life of that child. You guys get that? That do, Miss Blue? Okay, Ivy. We're going to shut down the league. You bet you he is. Poison ivy. Don't call Bateman. Don't call Batman. Just believe in Earl. All righty then. Odelay.